Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. On Days of Our Lives today, Theresa takes accountability, Fiona surprises Sarah, Xander tells Maggie, Alex offers an apology, and Brady returns for more. Refusing to go to Paris, Holly stomps away from Nicole in the square. Nicole warns Eric and her that EJ will make their lives miserable if they stay. Holly is remaining put, but she is in favor of their going. Nicole believes Tate is involved in this. As Justin is texting at a table in the pub, Eric pushes Jude's stroller inside. Eric learned of the events at the nuptials. Justin points out that since EJ tried to keep Eric away from his child, they have both experienced it. Eric talks about how EJ continues to cause issues even after he and Sloane's divorce. He offers to have Justin take care of the paperwork. Eric wishes Nicole's divorce were as simple as that. Alex gives Theresa a menacing look in the Kiriakis' estate. Brady is behind him, his hands tucked into his pockets. Theresa confronts Brady and Alex shakily at the Kiriakis' mansion. She finally learned to accept accountability for her actions. She is yelled at by Alex for ruining his life. What explanation could there be for what she made him go through? She explains, I really thought I was doing him a favor, through sobs. She wished for no harm to come to him. Alex yells that she doesn't understand love as she professes her love. She is a liar who came to get his money solely. He wishes to never see or speak with her again. Since he is getting an annulment, this marriage doesn't really exist. He wishes he could sum up their connection in that one sentence. As he exits the room, Theresa tears. Brady deadpans, well, that went well. When Xander gets home, Victoria is being watched by Maggie while Sarah is away. After telling her that Theresa abducted Victoria, Xander becomes enraged that Victor only acknowledged him after he passed away. Maggie is aware of his pain, but she thinks Victor intended to be honest with him after returning from Greece. Xander notes that throughout his life, he continued to treat him like filth. He hurt his own son, how could he do that? Sarah stares at Fiona while perched on a bed at the Salem Inn. Her astonished expression is cupped by her hands. Fiona tells Sarah in her Salem Inn room that before Xander settles down, he needs to make sense of his new situation. Sarah explains, defensively, that she and Xander have been in a relationship for a long time. She and Victoria provide him the security he requires. Despite having no legal authority to do so, Fiona is only considering what is best for her son. Sarah queries her decision to leave him. Sarah is shocked when Fiona confides something off-screen. However, Fiona doesn't believe Xander wants to hear it from her. If Sarah said it, perhaps he would pay attention. Maggie surmises that Victor was harsh with Xander at the flat because he made him think of himself and how he had wronged his own brother. All Xander ever wanted, according to an emotional Xander, was for Victor to be proud of him. Maggie knows that Victor cherished him. If not, why would he give him half his wealth? Remorse, Xander responds. Maggie thinks Victor really loved him and was simply trying, as she does, to put things right. She is eager to reclaim her role as Xander's mother-in-law. Maggie heads out the moment Sarah gets home. Sarah informs Xander that Fiona has been invited to their upcoming nuptials. What makes me want her there? Xander wonders angrily. Sarah explains that Fiona had a nervous breakdown and was admitted to an institution. She spent several years at the facility and put a lot of effort into her sobriety. Upon her release, Xander was employed by Victor when she eventually located him. She believed that he would be happier with him. Additionally, she didn't want the fact that Victor was Titus' biological father to lessen Xander's affection for him. Xander has no reason to take anything Fiona says seriously. Sarah thinks she meant it. As Fiona makes herself a drink in her hotel room, she hopes that Sarah can connect with Xander. She taps on her phone later. She says, I hope that did the trick, with a smile. Xander confronted his mother across the square, accusing her of lying to him all of his life. Fiona stated that she had remained silent because she didn't want to offend her husband Titus by coming clean. Xander questioned why, in the wake of Titus's death, she hadn't come clean. After Titus's death, Fiona acknowledged she had been consumed by grief and alcohol and had not been able to address the situation. Reminding Fiona that he had also been grieving, Xander would not hear his mother's justifications anymore. Xander demanded that he and Sarah carry out the ceremony after Fiona left. Sarah recommended they get home and reassured Xander that she was fine with their waiting. Xander told her to stay with Maggie and went off on his own for a while. After discussing the events with Maggie alone, Sarah promised that she would support Xander no matter what happened. Leo came up to Andrew and asked him what part Theresa had played in the day's events, but Andrew dismissed him. Later, Leo offered some of the wedding cake that Theresa and Alex had not yet used to an irate Sunny and Paul, helping himself to a large slice. Theresa was in her room preparing a luggage when Andrew arrived. He confronted her about her real reason for assisting Constantine in capturing Victoria. Theresa cried as she implored Andrew to reveal her involvement in the abduction. He expressed his disappointment in his sister while pledging he would not. Paul texted Brady to check in while he was in the bar, but Brady disregarded it. When Ava came downstairs, he was still drinking. Ava joined Brady at the table, complaining that she needed a vacation from DiMera business. After observing Brady drinking, she suggested that he speak with his sponsor. Brady said that he had just left a double wedding where his sponsor, Maggie, was attending. Ava was right to assume that Brady was still in love with Theresa when he revealed that he had departed following Alex and Theresa's vows. Ava shared her own post-breakup struggles with Brady, and the two of them commiserated about their own failed relationships. After a while, Ava stood up to head back to her room, and Brady asked if he might come along. Ava was intrigued, but she declined, pointing out that there might be issues with her supervisor, Kristen. In addition, Ava thought that if Brady and her ended things with each other again, they would later regret it. After Ava departed, Brady understood and went back to drinking. A little while later, Fiona entered the bar and questioned Brady about whether the additional seat and drink were taken. With a smile, Brady asked her to come along. At the park, an emotional Alex sought solace. With hesitation, Stephanie stepped up to him and offered her assistance. With pleasure, he took her reassuring embrace. Xander hurried to the decanter after breaking into the Kiriakis' mansion with force. After pouring himself a glass, he looked at Victor's picture. Xander then raised a toast to Father and threw his glass at the picture. Seated on an examination table in a hospital gown, Paulina looks at Kayla warily. Connie offers to help Gabby manage everything going on by being her free assistant in Rafe's hospital room. Serving her would be an honor for her. Although Gabby is interviewing assistants, she is not currently in need of one for this. Connie extends her offer to get coffee. Connie quickly leaves as Gabby gives her a firm command. Everett says at Marlena's office that asking Stephanie to stay behind while he recovers didn't seem fair. He's beginning to experience some of Bobby's emotions as well. Marlena calls that development, albeit cautiously. He requests to be hypnotized once more and declares that he is ready to face his history. Marlena places Everett beneath. Everett sobs as he remembers being struck by his father with a belt. He shouts for him to stop, his eyes firmly closed. Jada receives a call from the station outside the pub. She yells into the phone to not provide Everett, who has called 3 times, with any information regarding Rafe's stabbing. She wonders what's going on with Everett after hanging up. Stephanie says Bobby should have stabbed Rafe to make way for Jada. The timing of his release from Bayview, according to Jada, makes sense. Stephanie remembers seeing him that day in his hotel room. Perhaps he cleaned off evidence as he was leaving the shower. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.